you've been appointed to a new Congressional Commission on Cybersecurity. I was hoping you could talk about that a little bit, what that's all about, what recommendations you might have, what you're particularly concerned about.
When I was approached about the commission, I indeed thought it was a congressional commission and agreed to lend my name to it. And then I discovered that it was a CSIS commission, not a congressionally mandated commission. And that the leadership there already knew what the outcome should be. So I am observing their activity, not trying to direct it. But I would tell you it's a huge problem. Cybersecurity is probably the fastest growing threat that we have. Think of it in 5 different dimensions. The disaffected, the hacker, the student, or the internal employee. Either mischievous or looking to do some revenge. Second tier criminal. And it's really growing. They're all over the place. The banks don't let us have any idea how much money has been siphoned out. Right? Corporations that do security for the banks, they've been told if you say anything about it, you lose your business. But it's huge, getting larger. Third dimension, terrorism. Vulnerability, bring down the electric grid, bring down the control of all aircraft that are in the air, how do you work it with, does it create panic or not? But at least as an option, you look at the vulnerability, their potential is clearly there. Nation looking to use it as a means of war. And there's been enough exploration by the Chinese and by the Russians to think they at least contemplate it. And certainly when you see what they did, what Russia did to Estonia, it's there. As a clear something to worry about. And I'm stumbling over what the 5th one was in my mindset. It relates again to the commercial world, and the commercial world's either ability to get the tools to help them tighten security or the absence of those. And how do you transfer it from the government to deal with private sector? It's one thing to look at what you try to do to all the government systems, but if you cannot, in fact, also reduce the vulnerability in the commercial world against large. There were 24,000 reported intrusions in 2006. There were 37,000 in 2007. That's a rate of growth of 150+%. That's why there's a large amount of money in the budget before it comes, new money. Some in the intelligence community, some in defense, a lot of homeland security to try to tackle these problems. So it's a large and growing for the years out ahead. I hate to leave it on that note. Any other last question anybody would like to? Okay,
this is in regards to what you just mentioned. It's particularly addressed to you because you're the newly appointed co-chair of the Commission on Cybersecurity. Just a little background information. On Tuesday, November 6, 2007, a House Homeland Security Subcommittee had a hearing on terrorism and the Internet on behalf of James Harman's H.R. 1955 Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act of 2007. Mike Weitzman of the Simon Wiesenthal Center used a PowerPoint presentation that presented a few 9/11 truth sites sandwiched in between websites that offer training in terrorist tactics and a website that glorified the attack of 9/11. Among the websites presented under the heading Internet, Incubator of 9/11 Conspiracies and Disinformation was a page taken from the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth website, which is ae911truth.org, which is a peaceful organization dedicated to exposing many 9/11 contradictions and lies with respect particularly to the collapses of World Trade Centers 1, 2, and most especially 7. Now my question to you, as the newly appointed co-chair of the Commission on Cybersecurity, do you feel that it was appropriate for Mark Weitzman to place 9/11 truth activism and imagery in a terroristic context And do you personally feel that 9/11 Truth activists, that is to say, people who essentially think that 9/11 was an inside job, are terrorists, or at the very least inclined towards terrorism any more than the average American citizen?
I think the people who believe it was orchestrated in the U.S. are just terribly, sadly misinformed.
But do you think they're terrorists?
No, they're not terrorists.
Well, then why are you supporting
I'm not, you didn't listen to the answer to my previous question, where I said I wasn't the co-chair.
Well, don't get angry. I'm just
Well,
asking.
if you're going to challenge,
If you're going to
challenge me, listen to what I said
All right, go for it.
in the previous question. Okay, thank you. She's a woman.
Wait, what is that? You mind if I film this? You don't want this? Okay, no, that's fine. You don't, that's okay. The 9/11 Truth activist, yes.
Here is my book, Middle East Leaders, how they use Islam, how Mubarak uses Islam to stay in power. I have done Syria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Iraq under Saddam Hussein. And I just wrote
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Are you in the Department of Political Science?
Yeah, I'm Armenian. I'm here in the Department.
And I think, you know,
They're well on
based
their
on
way.
what I see and from their manufacturing and from their entrepreneurship, I think they're well on their road.
So do I.
It's scary.
Good to be with you. JC, thank you for all your kind stuff. We've now got to...
No hard feelings, but do you think 9/11 Truth activists are terrorists?
Well,
you know, why that HR 1955 then? I mean, it basically conflates 9/11 Truth activism with radical jihadist Islamic terrorism.
Extremists on either side.
Yeah, but we're basically just dissenting voices to the official story. I mean, what's wrong with presenting facts and
official story.
the official conspiracy theory is what the government has put forth about 9/11. We say that much of it is false. So, I mean, what's wrong with doing that? You know, I mean, there's all this.
Well, you're misleading people.
Well, yeah, but we have a right based on our First Amendment rights to say what we want. You can't legislate how we think.
No, you can't.
Sure, you can. But I don't think we're misleading them. I think we're telling the truth.
We have concrete evidence here. There's
we have forensic evidence.
Yeah, we have forensic evidence of thermite at World Trade Center 1, 2, and 7. Those aren't theories. Should support the 9/11 first responders, sir.
Story's coming out.
It's enough.
It's enough, yeah.
Oh, well.
Truth's coming out, buddy. It's fixed. It's how Texas we are change. That's how we roll. Yeah. No, well, this is the exit, isn't it? So, Mr. Inman, what are your thoughts on Ron Paul and his wanting to end the Federal Reserve?
I don't want to go there. I'm finished.
Hey, sir, this is a free country, sir. This is.
But hombre, he's your guest over here.
Look, sir.
Good information.
I'm tired. Please leave me alone.
Okay.
I've had a long day. I've
What
come
are-
and complimented you. I don't want to be harassed.
What are your thoughts on the Federal
Okay?
Reserve?
No
You're
more
a chairman.
harassment, okay?
I'm not harassing you, sir. I'm
are
asking you a
harassing.
question.
Okay,
Get on, Bob. You are. You're being very rude to a guest that came all the way down here.
I know, but there's no way for us to get these answers unless we ask the people directly. That's the problem. They don't talk.
There's many ways to answer.
They're not answering my calls. I mean, come on.
The truth's coming out, sir. You can see yourself on wearechange.org.